Good afternoon. I'm Gill Reid. I'm Professor of Inorganic Chemistry at the University of Southampton, and I'm also very proud to be current President of the Royal Society of Chemistry. It's great to join you today to talk about some of the inspirations. I wanted to start by just talking a little bit about some of the work that the Royal Society of Chemistry is doing for gender equality. And maybe one of the key areas is around the Breaking the Barriers report that was published about 4 years ago now. And then the key basis for that was to gather evidence, as scientists, to gather the evidence, the data that allow us to draw conclusions, but also to link that to lived experiences of individuals and use that as a catalyst to drive change. One of the key pieces of work is that the RSC is doing for gender equality is around the joint commitment for publishing. And the RSC's led this work and brought together over 50 publishing organisations with a commitment to level the playing field for women authors, female authors publishing in the scientific literature and more widely. I think the evidence is very clear that there are fewer women as corresponding authors, and also a lower percentage of women publishing in the highest impact journals. And there's no reason that should be the case. So I think the evidence is that there is a bias there, or a number of biases, and this joint commitment for publishing is really bringing together the publishing organisations to shift the landscape and to ensure a more equitable basis for publishing in the scientific literature. So that's one area the RSC has been leading, and I think it's a good example of work that will make a big difference as we move forward, because we can do small things along the way, but we need to take on these bigger challenges also and provide realistic and pragmatic solutions to ensure that we can make that difference. I also want to mention, from a personal point of view, I've been fortunate in my career to have a number of role models, and one of these was my chemistry teacher at high school, who was a man, and he was incredibly supportive, and role models come in lots of different forms, and so both my chemistry teacher at school and also my PhD supervisor, who gave me the space and the time and the confidence and the mentoring to grow as an individual and to build my confidence, and that's been really important to me, and I think has shaped the way that I try to interact with and support young scientists coming through, because I think we all need that encouragement and a nudge in the direction that, to do something that you might not choose to do yourself because you maybe lack the confidence yourself. So these have been really important and helped me to develop my own career, and I hope shape the way that I interact with others and try to mentor and guide young people coming into science. Because we know that women in science is really important. International Women's Day is a chance to celebrate that, but it's really important to change the dialogue, to change the conversation in meetings, to recognise the different contributions that people bring from whichever background and whichever underrepresented group they come from. And I think we're making great progress in terms of women in science, but there's still a long way to go in that area. I think International Women's Day is a great opportunity for us to celebrate the leadership role that the RSC has taken in this space. And when I go to meetings and conferences, both in the UK and overseas, I'm really delighted and very proud to hear people talking and showcasing the evidence that the RSC has collected and how that's shaping the change in the attitudes in other parts of the world and in other organisations, in industry, in academia, and so on. And the RSC has really taken that leadership role, which is really, it's sometimes an uncomfortable place to be, but you don't make change unless you acknowledge that there are things wrong with the existing models. So just to finish today, I just want to say I wish you all the very best. I hope you have a fantastic International Women's Day and you can celebrate all of the contributions that women from across the various parts of society bring to science and beyond. Have a great day. Thank you.